don't really understand where the missions are. I gotta work this out. Alright, talk to Edgar. Quest complete. Okay, so... Right, so they're the quests, main quest, okay. Local investigation. Pretty that many people, is there? Oh, there's 2 more sections. So... We've just given him the medicine for fatigue. He needs fatigue as well. We've just given him the medicine for fatigue, so he should have an increase. Find out the cause of death and find out who is spying on her. Okay. Let's have a word with him then.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good evening. Proceed to check the medical status of this citizen.
This hospital seems to be falling apart.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm
Not really.
I see.
Yes, maybe.
How
So
What am I missing?
I'll let
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Okay. Dr. Edgar Swansea. Alright, let's go. Oh. Remember, citizens' blood will provide you a massive XP. Look for citizens of your... Oh yeah, mesmerized level or below and choose wisely. So what, can I just like...
Dr. Reed, may I help?
What can you tell me about the epidemic, Nurse Crane? I've been out of touch since I've come back to England.
Everyday folk don't know how bad it is. The papers certainly won't tell them. Not as long as the war is raging on, anyway.
News on the front stated that the Spanish flu was under control, at least in Britain.
It seemed to be for a while, but that was only last summer. It returned with a vengeance just over a month ago.
What can you tell me about our patients here at Pembroke?
This hospital was founded to help the East End poor and needy. But since the war and the quarantine, we've had all manner of folk.
Can you be more specific?
Well, veterans, the elderly, dock workers. We even have a few mental patients. If there's space, we take them.
For how long have you been working here, Nurse Crane?
I first volunteered at the Pembroke in 1911, a few months after Dr. Swansea was appointed.
And before you arrived here?
If you must know, this was my first job.
Well, Dr. Swansea certainly has confidence in your abilities. Are you in charge of the nursing staff?
Not in an official capacity, but the Pembroke doesn't always work above board, so to speak.
What about medical protocols?
Dr. Reed, we don't have the money and resources here at the Pembroke like they do in the West End. We do what we can.
How is the duty roster organized?
Everybody works until they can't. If there's time, they'll eat a meal and shed a silent tear.
I'll see you later.
Call for the doctor.
My sweet lord. I'm so tired. Will this ship...
Like a mental hospital, this place. Read the sign. Glowing. Nope.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
I'll try this with a controller.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
God.
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient, or their family.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions, and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition. Is our little mystery closer to being solved, Dr. Reed?
I think of nothing else, my lady.
My situation is delicate, and it occupies all my thoughts. The blackmail must stop. I need assurance.
I'm trying to talk
Is
to
our
her,
little
but-
mystery
I think of
my situation?
Harriet. Where's Harriet? Get in there? Is that I can't get in there?
Discussed on every street corner.
Aha! I can't.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect. What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
If you continue shouting, I'll have you restrained and gagged. Understood?
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Is it Milton?
Miss Jones, greetings. How do we feel?
Again? Waking a poor old woman in her sleep? There isn't a poor life needs saving somewhere?
Now, I need to ask you a few simple questions.
Well, if you really must.
Have you noticed any suspicious comings or goings?
It would be a great deal easier to make a list of things unsuspicious in this house of charlatans.
Come now, Miss Jones. Surely it's not that bad.
Have you no eyes? This hospital accepts all manner of souls, regardless of origin. The proper sick cannot heal. We're kept sickened by the refugees.
Everyone here is very capable. I have not seen any instances of unprofessionalism.
Thieves and murderers, the lot. People have gone missing here, you know. Poof, without a trace.
If you could just tell me why you were admitted.
It's terrible, Doctor. What with a pain in my chest, coughing up blood, and I get awfully tired. Wouldn't be so bad if I hadn't lost my house and all.
I see.
No one comes to visit, you know. Not even my own flesh and blood.
I'll come and visit. The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
And what of my own life?
You are going to reveal all your secrets to me, even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
My blood and soul. They belong to you now.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh need it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
Is he going along with it, or is she actually controlling it? Unusual. Pippa?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
It must be to do with Milton then. And
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harry.
No matter how you...
Who says I don't...
Huh. Wait, what?
What can you tell me about this?
Let me guess.
She could...
That old witch.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Soon enough you'll be able to walk out.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
Oh.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Let's go see Gwyneth.
And I thought last summer's epidemic was
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
It's her.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Alright, where's Dorothy Kane?
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
You mentioned something about a secret society. A brotherhood, if I recall. Could you elaborate?
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole for several years. We are pledged to monitor and report vampire activity in England as impartial scientific observers.
That explains your nightly wanderings about the docks and the questions you ask.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town. There was something as yet unseen that set those chain of events in motion.
Yet you don't fear me. And still, you know the monster that lurks beneath the civilized surface.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries. We believe you are as supernatural as a lion is to a gazelle.
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town that people can rely on. We support the community here, as well as provide health care.
We'll see each other again.
Oh, it's close. They're next to me, so I have to be nice. You're always nice about Sophie. Like you said the other day, you wouldn't change anything about it. I thought that was sweet. I haven't tried combat with the controller yet, so I'm a little bit intrigued on what that's going to be like. Do we have to follow him? Right, here we go, right. Oh, okay. That was a little bit easier than I thought. Slow, yeah? Right, okay, okay, alright. Alright. Phone's about dying, gonna log on to Guild Wars, oh wow, so see you tomorrow. Yeah, no worries, Jordan, I'll catch you in a bit, bro. I'll catch you in a bit tomorrow. Good night, man. With your PC, I guess that counts. Needed a newer model. Sounds about right. It's a bit like a car, you know? Controllers for the win. I like using a controller. If I don't have to aim in a game, then I will use a controller. Mainly like third-person games like Assassin's Creed and Witcher. A lot easier. I'm wondering if anything ever... You can sneak.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
I don't want to die here. I want to see the sky.
It's closer to Monday. It is. Right. We need to just slowly walk. And then we stand. Gotta be quick though, because we got a guy behind us. Lock. There we go. I love this dodge, man. This dodge is really cool. It's so easy. I'm back, chickens. Welcome back, though. A boss fight? Yeah, I had a boss fight earlier. Oh, obviously you don't. I don't know how much you watched earlier, I was guessing all of it. What have I done here? Oh my god. Chloe, look. Oh man, hang on a second. I've just done something really stupid. I just did something really stupid. I messaged the wrong Chloe. I messaged my friend. She was like, "Hang on about George." She must have found that so weird. I messaged her saying I could picture us in our onesies together, and she said she was like, "Oh Jesus, this made me laugh, George. Getting drunk, eating pizza." Oh dear. But she said getting drunk and eating pizza, like as if it was like normal. Oh, for crying out loud! I'm a lost cause. Oh shit.
I have this.
Eat the rat!
Thirst for blood.
Does he eat rats? Oh, he does eat people as well, actually, doesn't he? Where is he to? There he is. Grab the rat.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, but it tastes so good. Do you know what you should have with that rat? And pineapple. That's what you should have with that rat. Could always check the username, see? I don't use Snapchat, Chloe. I don't use Snapchat. You know this. I don't use it, like, I only use Facebook, because everything else confuses me. And for that reason. I don't know which way to go, whether to go down there, or go across up there. Down there! Oh, careful. The endangered citizen may not survive the next night. Go check on him.
Can't breathe! Can't breathe!
Right, how do we use the... how do we use the ulti? I forgot how to use my... Oh, hang on, I got it. There we go. I think she wanted to go over anyone. I think she does, mate. She goes out with one of my good friends as well.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay, I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
You rescued a citizen. He will return to his district the following night.
Are you sure you're all right, sir?
Yeah.
Can we go through there? I feel like I haven't discovered all this area. Oh yeah, because I didn't go down in that part, did I? Okay, here we go.
What sort of creature is this?
Wanted a boss by hose. Shit. Shit. Oh shit. It's hard. Giggity. Oh. Ah. He's really hard. Ah! Come on, get up. Ah! I think trying to get 2 hits on him is like... I had to load my gun. Come on. Load up. Oh, get carried away.
Here's what's left of him.
Oh!
Not a lot to check.
Lego! I have nightmares tonight from this. Back to my message. That's such a mouthful, Chloe. If you are sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, whenever you're from, come see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel.